Hey guys, it's my day off and I'm still waking up. I'm still working on my coffee. I was going to talk with you about something else related to mental health today, but I kind of wanted to talk about spirituality today because it's been on my mind a lot recently, and it's going to be the focus of the book that I plan to work on in November during National Novel Writing Month. It's going to be a big theme. I've realized recently that, a lot of you know that I've had a bad experience with religion, and I sort of went after religion for a while um, as as a way to maybe help my mental illness. Um, it didn't end up being the right answer for me. It actually sent me down a bad path mentally, and so I tend to shun religion a lot for that reason, but I don't shun spirituality because I'm learning now that I'm still a very spiritual person, like even though I'm not religious or anything. Um, and I respect everybody else's spirituality. I've come into contact recently with people who are more spiritual and actually, you know, um, that's part of their driving force to, meaningful action. That's sort of the spirituality that I grew up around. Um, I grew up in a household. Now, my family is Catholic, but we weren't you know, really hard asses about it, I guess. um, we went to church for a while when I was a kid, and I don't know. I think my mom wasn't a huge fan because she went to Catholic schools, and I don't know. I think she became disenchanted with it over the years, and I think my dad kind of did too. But my parents sort of exuded these spiritual principles that I have aspired to over the years, and with my mom, she was always helping people, particularly like the elderly and the infirm. Like she just always had a heart for those kind of people, or the less fortunate. Um, and then my dad, he always had a big servant's heart. He always um, he was always in service to people in the sense of anticipating your needs before you even vocalize them, or just making you a meal, or um, or doing some act of service, doing yard work for our elderly neighbors or something like that. um, so that's sort of, there's more to it than that, but that's kind of the spirituality that I grew up around, kind of taking your morals and putting them into action, um, and doing the right thing, and caring for others, helping others who may be in need and stuff like that. Um, so I've been thinking about this a lot more lately, and last night, it just occurred to me that I'm not religious anymore, but I'm still very spiritual. Um, some of my favorite writers are spiritual too. Um, and I think everybody has a spirit, and when we're doing the right things, when we're leading with peace and love and kindness and service, um, that's what really brings us closer to God, or like whatever you want to believe in, like the spirit, or um, I was listening to George Harrison last night. I haven't, like, I've listened to some of his stuff, his like solo stuff, but I listened to it more last night, um, and I felt like I had sort of a spiritual awakening while listening to it. And and it was really beautiful. I think it really gave me this sense of peace, because I've had such a troubled history with religion, and now I just feel like there's like peace with my spirit and with your spirit, Catholicism, and also with you, which is what I grew up saying. I don't know. So like the one in particular that I was listening to last night is "Beware of Darkness," and I listened to that song on repeat last night, and I actually had like a good cry over it. And it was really beautiful. But it basically, like, I was looking up the meaning behind the song, and it's basically like warning people against the darkness that exists around us, as in like, you know, greed, narcissism, capitalism, celebrity fame. It's basically warning about the downfalls of these things. And a lot of things, I used to strive for those things. I used to strive for religion, money, power. I still long for it in some ways, but it's always led me down a bad path. And I think this whole experience that I've had these past couple of years where I feel like I've been kicked in the face so many times. Just all these things have happened that made it so my life didn't turn out how I planned it. I think it really, I think it's led to a spiritual awakening for me, because it helped me realize what was important, which is, you know, our taking care of our spirit, loving each other, valuing education and religion, education and science, serving others. I think for a long time, I was all about serving myself. And just focusing on what I wanted and my own ego. So this whole thing, like these past couple of years, has really messed with my ego, and I think that's kind of like what I needed. You know, so now, like, I'm getting back to the point where I'm like, okay, these are the things that I liked about spirituality. And here are the things over here that these are the ways that like religion kind of led me astray, but like spirituality has always has usually led me in the right direction when it's in the when it has to do with like the true spirit, and as opposed to what, you know, as opposed to making myself look better or like look more like a good person, stuff like that. I don't know. I think I used to struggle a lot with like narcissistic tendencies. And now I recognize like how bad that was for my spirit. So anyway, it's just something that I'm thinking about today and recently. I just I think spirituality is really important to me. You know, I'm glad that I've sort of like separated the religion part out of it, and I can just focus on doing the right thing spiritually. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense or if that sounds really like hippy dippy. But, and it's something I'm still exploring and trying to make sense of, but it's just something I'm thinking about today, and I'm actually having like a good sense of peace today. I think it helped to have that cry last night over that song, and I don't know, it just like, it made me think about a lot of things, and it's gonna help me, I think, shift my priorities here forward. So anyway, it's Monday. It's not even Sunday. Sunday used to be my spiritual day. But today's my day off, and I guess I have more time to think about these things. So anyways, I need to get some more coffee. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to eat my, this is a gluten-free Rice Krispie treat. I didn't realize that they weren't like naturally gluten-free. They do have like some gluten in them. But yeah, it's delicious. I got it from work. It tastes just like a regular Rice Krispie treat. So that's something I'm enjoying this morning. Something that's filling my spirit. Not to sound like completely fucking lame. All right, anyway, so this is like fucking long. Oh God, this is so long. All right. I'm gonna go now. Bye.